Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Bears. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Revival series. That is right. We return to revive another career that, unfortunately for this person, did not go as they may or may not have wanted. I don't know. It depends on who they are as a person. I have no idea. The person today, the subject of the video, whose career needs to be resurrected from the grave, is a certain UCLA quarterback who had some hype coming out of the 2018 NFL draft, was a top pick in the draft. I think he was, number 10? I think. He was top 10, I know. But I can't remember if he was like 10 or if he was 8. I can't remember exactly when he got picked, but I know he was top 10. And then he sucked. And the very next, you know how much you have to suck for your team to be bad enough to be the number one pick the very next year after they draft you and draft your replacement the next season? It's insanity. And that's what happened with our subject today, Joshua Rosen. Josh Rosen is our guy today. We're going to be taking him from the depths of obscurity and turning him into a great quarterback. That is the goal for today. If you guys go on to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, leave a comment down below with a suggestion for a player you would like to see me revive the career of. It could be pretty much any position except for preferably offensive line, because I think that's almost impossible to do unless you get them to win offensive lineman of the year, like 3 straight years or something, and I don't even know if that's possible. I don't know how, I wouldn't even know how to go about doing that. So pretty much any other position besides offensive line is acceptable. So let's get into the video. Hit that like button if you go on to enjoy. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Juice Club. And let's save and revive Josh Rosen's career. So here we are. We have arrived at the 2018 regular season. Josh Rosen is on the team as the Arizona Cardinals rookie quarterback. 66 overall normal development, 21 years old. We've got a lot of work to do. This is not as bad of a situation as we've been in the past. We've had some guys that have been 60 overalls when we've been reviving this. So we're not in the worst situation possible, but we're not in a very good one because the rest of this team is really bad. Now, I did have to simulate one full season because the mod that I have is only 2017 to 2018. It doesn't start in 2018. So I had to simulate the 2017 season. I went through the off season. I didn't sign anybody in free agency. I went to the draft. I obviously made Josh Rosen our first round pick. And even though the everything in myself and the game was telling me not to make the selection, I still had to make it. So Josh Rosen is our guy at starting quarterback. I also drafted Darius Geis to be a backup running back. I drafted Will Dissly to be our starting tight end. We are going to be running Kansas City's playbook for offense. So Will Dissly, we should see him alongside Josh Rosen really start to climb and become really good together. But the rest of the offense is garbage. I do have Alan Lazard on here as well. He was like a 7th round pick or something I took, or 6th round pick, something like that. And then on the defense, I made some improvements. We did draft Harold Landry, and I did draft Denzel Ward and Mika Fitzpatrick. You can't see him here, but there's Mika Fitzpatrick as well. And you may be wondering, Juice, how'd you get that many first round picks? Well, it's because the mod doesn't take into account the draft picks that were around back when the mod was around, or when the roster was around. So these are the current day Cardinal picks from the Texans. So we were able to get Denzel Ward and Josh Rosen and Harold Landry and Mika Fitzpatrick and all these guys. I didn't make any trades or anything. That's just where the simulation fell to have these guys on the team. So the defense already looks like it's in a better spot. We don't have to do that much more. And I'm also hoping that a little sub goal or sub achievement we need to do is to make Robert Kimdiche a stud player too, because I think that he could be in the tier of needing to be revived, his career needing to be revived. I really was a big fan of Robert Kimdiche, and you know how I like to say it, Robert Kimdiche. So we need to revive his career as well, but he's not the main focus of the video, but he can be kind of in the background. Sometimes I like to have that kind of as a background goal, is to get somebody else on the team that also hasn't had that great of a career, and I think he's out of the league too. So we can try to revive his career to an extent. And Darius Geis, I thought would be pretty fun because obviously we know his history off the field. I think, didn't he get like some domestic violence allegations or something? I forget what he did, but he's not in the league anymore for obvious and dangerous reasons. He's not in the league anymore, but he is on this team, and maybe he can be the new running back. Maybe he can also have his career revived. But obviously this man right here is the goal of the video. He's the focus of the video. 92 throw power, 74 deep, 78 medium, 81 short. The awareness is going to be a little brutal, but that will go up with time. The speed, he's not very fast. He's not very athletic. He's not very agile. He's not very mobile, you could say. We're not working with a whole lot. We are not working with a whole lot, but we have worked with a lot less, and we've turned them into very, very talented players. So, like I said, this is the 2018 season. We had to simulate 1 full year. And now we have Josh Rosen and the rest of the team. I do have the 2019 NFL draft loaded in already. Obviously, in real life, this is when they take Kyler Murray #1 overall. But we're not going to be doing that. Even if we are bad and we have the #1 pick again, we're not going to be taking Kyler Murray #1 overall because we trust Josh Rosen. We trust the playbook. We trust everything. We're also going to have Josh Rosen be in this little focus player thing. I have Kim Diche in here, and I also have Wyatt Teller in here just because offensive linemen kind of struggle. And so he was also a guy that I drafted in this past draft, this 2018 draft. So I put him in here because he's a 70 overall. Maybe something can happen with him. I don't know. We obviously know Wyatt Teller in real life is really good, but in this, not so much. So the main focus right here is good old Joshy Poo. And yes, I'm using the Josh Allen, Joshy Poo nickname for Josh Rosen for this video because I can do whatever I want. So here we go. First time we get to see Josh, and the reason, obviously, we're in the Cardinals is because that's who took Josh Rosen in real life. I try to keep it as close to what the real team did, and I mean, who else is I going to put him on? The Packers or something? No, I got to put him on the team that drafted him. That just makes sense. Like, I put Denard Robinson on the Jaguars where he got drafted, or where he ended up. Terrell Pryor was on the Raiders, obviously. Dejuan Johnson was on the Rams because that's who took him at Mr. Relevant. Who else have I done so far? Who else have I done? Is that it? Is that everybody? No, Trent Richardson, he was on the Browns. So just wherever they get drafted is the team that we use. And it just so happens that these bad players that we revive are on bad teams, so they also need big rebuilds. So why can't we get to a point where I have to revive a person's career who is on a good team that I don't have to rebuild, and we can just instantly win once they get good? I wish that was the case, but nope. It has to be difficult for me. It has to make me struggle to draft good players and make this Cardinal team relevant so that Josh Rosen can also grow. But I think with the Kansas City playbook, we will certainly be good quickly because Disley will get good, which in turn will make Josh Rosen get good, and then the rest of the team around him, once we add a few extra pieces, they will all be pretty solid. So that should get us to gold if he catches that, and he does. So yes, starting out with the gold's not too bad. Usually I don't start out with the gold, but starting out with the 21,800 score is pretty solid, and I'd be loving to start development. Oh, wouldn't that be something? The very first training camp I do is a start development. That would have been pretty good. Now, you guys know the drill. I will simulate the full season, but I will go through every single week and do the weekly training to give him that little extra artificial boost, the little extra push to help him develop quicker, because if I wasn't going to do that, it would probably take a little bit longer. And I don't want to be here for 17 hours trying to build Josh Rosen into a good player. Why not just help him out a little bit? So we've established what's going on. Oh, I didn't say the rule. The one rule of this entire series this entire concept is, the main player that we're focusing on has to stay on the team the entire time and has to be the starter at whatever position they are. So Josh Rosen, no matter what overall he is, no matter who else is quarterback, no matter whatever situation, Josh Rosen has to be the starting quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals this entire video, and he also has to be on the team, obviously. So everybody else is flexible. Everybody else is expendable. Obviously, I'm going to keep a lot of the players around because they're going to be good, but we can move around. Like Robert Kimdiche, I know I said he's a secondary goal, but if we find somebody better, he doesn't have to start. He's not the main focus. So Josh Rosen, that's the only rule we have. That's the only rule we have for this, is the main focus has to be starting the entire time on the same team. So no moving around, no free agency for him, nothing like that. With all that being said, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Like I said in the intro, leave a comment down below seeing any players you want to have me take on in the future who you think need their career revived. There's plenty of them out there. There's been a lot of busts in the NFL over the past 24 years. So let me know down below if you have any ideas, and let's simulate Season 1 of Josh Rosen's career, and maybe this Kansas City playbook can win Josh Rosen Offensive Rookie of the Year. The Kansas City playbook is a magical thing, isn't it? This Cardinals team, led by this quarterback, has no business winning 7 games, winning 4 games, let alone the 7 that we won. Josh Rosen must have had a really, really good year. He did go up a few overall, so I'm happy about that. We will talk about that in a second. But first, let's take a look at what he did in the actual game. So he had 4,000 yards, 33 touchdowns to just 12 interceptions, a 62% completion percentage. He needs to clean that up a little bit. He has quarterback of the future tagged on him. That's really, really good. Is this going to be Rookie of the Year numbers? I mean, 4,000 yards, 33 touchdowns. That's got to be at least close to Rookie of the Year numbers. We're also going alongside Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield. These are all quarterbacks that were in this class. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do and see if Josh Allen gets it. Plus all the other players, the wide receivers, all that kind of stuff that can win Offensive Player of the Year. But Josh Rosen's got a good chance at it. I mean, he had a good season. David Johnson had a really, really good year. And Josh Rosen actually ran on the ground a little bit, 300 yards. Will Dissly, same thing with Tommy Tremble. I told you, the Kansas City playbook is so good, it can take any player and make them a starter. And make them even better than starter. Make them a super starter. 945 yards and 7 touchdowns. As Josh Rosen gets better, those numbers will obviously climb as well. J.J. Nelson had a pretty good year. John Brown had a decent year. Then on the defensive side of things, Hassan Reddick did good. Deion Buchanan did good. Denzel Ward played really well. 4 interceptions for him. Chandler Jones had a good season. He also led the team in sacks with Harold Landry coming up next to him. And then Denzel Ward led the team with 4 interceptions. All right, love to see it. Love to see it. We didn't make the playoffs, but I wasn't expecting us to win 7 games. Certainly not expecting us to make the playoffs. So let's get to the Super Bowl week. See if we get any upgrade points for Josh Allen, which would mean, or Josh Rosen. I know I'm gonna do that a bunch, aren't I? See if we get any upgrade points for Josh Rosen, which would indicate that he won Rookie of the Year. I hope that we have upgrades available. Please tell me it's Josh Rosen. He's only got 1 though. Usually when you get Rookie of the Year, you get 2 upgrade points. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out when we get to the recap here. It's Steelers and Saints in the Super Bowl. I did go through and I re-signed some people as well, so we don't have to worry about that because it's not really about those guys. It's about Josh Rosen. So Saints win the Super Bowl 30. I think it was 35-32. Yeah, 35-32. Saints win. I'm very curious. Season recap. Show me the money. No, Lamar Jackson takes it for the Bills. Lamar Jackson is the Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Buffalo Bills. Russell Wilson MVP. Daron Payne is the Defensive Rookie of the Year. But Lamar Jackson, darn you, Lamar. Why don't you go play running back? Oh, that's so frustrating. How did he do? How did Lamar Jackson do? He had 3,800 yards, 23 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and he had He had 388 yards and 6 touchdowns on the ground. I don't know about you, but I'd say Josh Rosen's season combined together with the rushing and the passing, I think Lamar's season was worse than Josh Rosen's season. That's just me. I'm not trying to be biased or anything. I just think that Josh Rosen, based on the pure numbers, had a better overall season than Lamar Jackson. But because it's me and because this game knows that I hate it, so it reciprocates that back to me, they gave it to Lamar Jackson, not to me. But that's okay, because if we go to the adjust the lineup screen, we should see at least a development upgrade, hopefully. And we do! Star development. Will Dissly, like I mentioned, already up to star development as well. He will probably go up to superstar next season along with Josh Rosen, but that's huge. Very, very huge. Nobody else, I don't think, is higher than star, or at least goes up to star. But Josh Rosen being a 74 overall now, after just one season, he's going to get good really quickly. That's just what's going to happen. He's going to get good really, really quickly. How about the defense? Any big changes over here? Ooh, mamacita, Robert Gendiche. He is now an 80 overall with superstar development. He's got 4 power moves? I don't think I've ever seen a stat so low. That can't be right. That's got to be a glitch, right? That's got to be a glitch. There's no way he actually has 4 power moves. Is that true? We got to go down to his power moves. Does he really have 4 power moves? His block shot, he does. He has 4 power moves. Wow, I did not see that coming whatsoever. Okay. Okay, big dog, you ride it out with 4 power moves. Good luck to you. But Denzel Ward is a superstar development player. Mika Fitzpatrick is superstar development. He's going to be taking over Tyrann Mathieu pretty soon. Chandler Jones, I think, is X Factor now for the first time. We could move him down. If we draft a linebacker this year, I'm probably going to move Chandler Jones down to the defensive line to play over Gunter. So that him and Kimdiche are on the same line, or on their running mates, basically. And then we'll have a good linebacking core. And we could also draft a middle linebacker and turn Reddick into an edge rusher, which is probably more suited to what he wants to play. But we got some interesting things to take care of in the free agent class and in the actual draft. So let's get on to the offseason, because remember, the offseason is not like the biggest point. I do want to point something out. I haven't said it yet, and I do want to say winning a Super Bowl is not the main goal. If we win one, awesome. Cool. That's awesome. It's fantastic. But it's not the end-all, be-all. The main goal is to get Josh Rosen to be a great quarterback. If we win a championship or two along the way, that's just icing on the cake. But the main goal is to win a the main goal is to get Josh Rosen good, not to win a championship. I looked at all the renegotiations we need to make, and I think I got everybody back that I wanted to. I don't think I'm going to bring J.J. Nelson back. He's asking for a little bit too much, almost $30 million for a receiver that's not great. Do I want to bring him back? I mean, we have over $100 million. It's not going to be the end of the world if I offer him a contract. So if I give him like 6.5 and then 5.5, he's going to accept this and he's going to come back. Okay, so what, like a 3-year deal? That's not going to be the end of the world, especially with the money that we have. So I'm fine with that, and we can let everybody else walk. We can let everybody else walk. All right. So let's get to free agency and see if there's anybody here that I want to bring in. Darrell Williams is really interesting. Wow, okay. That's really cool. Eric Flowers is also here. Ooh, Dontari Poe as well, but he's already 29. That Darrell Williams availability is really intriguing. I might spend some big bucks to get Darrell Williams. Let's go take a look at what our team needs. I know we need offensive linemen. We've got Will Holden. 6'7", 310. Not necessarily a guard, but what happens if I turn him into one? If I make Will Holden a left guard, does he go down? Does he go up? What happens? He will be a 79. Sorted. Done. And it's not a guarantee that we're going to get Darrell Williams, but if we do, then we'll have him right there at left guard. If we don't, we'll just move Holden back to right tackle. But I'm going to go all in on Darrell Williams. 85 overall at 26 years old. We're going to pay him a monster contract. Not just a contract, a monster contract. Mainly because we're battling with like 14 other teams. So I definitely want to be in the running here. The Raiders are in the running. We're going to have to pay him so much money. We're going to have to pay Darrell Williams so much money. The Raiders are going to offer him the bag of all bags. This is going to be the biggest contract of offensive lineman's ever received. I mean, we're just going to have to go crazy, aren't we? We got to pay him so much money. But we got to be in the running with the Raiders. We can't let the Raiders steal him. So I'm going to go $20 million across both bonus and salary. This is a massive contract. This is probably going to hurt us in the long run, but at least now what are the Raiders offering him? I offered him $20 million across the salary and the bonus for 5 seasons, and we're not even ahead of the Raiders. We're on the same level as the Raiders. That's a crazy contract, whatever they're offering him. Running back, I'm going to stick with the 2 running back pairing that we have right now. Wide receiver, I could add another receiver. I would not be mad at that. It's just a matter of who is the receiver that I add. Kelvin Benjamin's already 28. He would be a good fit, but I don't want to bring in a 28-year-old who doesn't want to be here. Oh, Tyler Lockett. Chris Conley. Huh. No offers and he wants to be here? He's only 26? Okay. Okay, Chris. You can come help the team, possibly? Possibly. Tight end, we're going to stick with Disley. Left tackle, we're not going to go for Eric Flowers. Guard, center, right guard. We could probably draft some guys. Defensive line, Dante Fowler at normal development kind of hurts. If he had a hidden development or a star or something, I'd probably be more intrigued, but Rakeem Nunez Roches. Very interesting. I think we're going to pass on him, though. He's very interesting, though. Defensive linebackers. Shane Ray. Ooh. Nigel Harris at 24 years old. Shane Ray is a good one. I kind of like the idea of Shane Ray. That would give us the ability to take Chandler Jones down to defensive line, which I feel like he would fit a little bit better at in this system. So I'll give Shane Ray a little 3-year deal. We'll offer him probably like $5 million and $5 million, and maybe we'll see what he says. So we've offered 3 guys. Is there any corners that I like? There's a lot of young guys in this class, which is very nice. Deontay Burton, 25-year-old, 75 overall star development corner. Don't mind if I do. Little 2-year deal. Okay, I think that's going to be all the guys that I offer, though. 4 guys in this free agent class. That's a lot more than I usually do. We'll see if we get any of them. All of them is signed. Did all of them sign with us? Please tell me they did. We got them all. Darrell Williams is the big one. Chris Conley, Shane Ray, and Deontay Burton all accept contracts to come to Phoenix, or Glendale, I think is where we're at, actually. But we are here, and we are good. Let's generate the best lineup. Oh, I should probably sign a backup quarterback, too. So Williams goes now to be the right tackle. We need a center very badly. Disley's the starting tight end. Conley's now our #1 receiver. Defensively, I'm going to move I'm going to move Chandler Jones to defensive line so that it fits a little bit better. So we'll just take him and move him to right end. Save the changes. Then that will generate the best lineup. That puts him on the defensive line with Kimdiche. That's probably the best plan. Now we have 4 good corners. We have a good defensive or a good linebacking core. And I'm still not completely sold on Hassan Reddick being a middle linebacker, but if it ends up being that way, then I'm not going to be mad at it. So we need a center, and we need another receiver, probably a #1 receiver at least, and I need to sign a backup quarterback with a little bit of money that I have left. So available quarterback, Drew Brees would be funny. Does he have any offers? He has 3 offers, so we won't go for him. I'll go for somebody that wants to be here at least. You know what? I'll bring in EJ Manuel because he's also a guy that is a bust. So maybe he's a guy that we do a career on, a revive a career. So we'll offer my main man EJ. He can be the backup quarterback to Joshua Rosen, and we will go into the draft. I don't know what our draft pick looks like. I don't know if we have multiple draft picks. I don't know what's going on, but I need to make... Actually, you know what? I'm going to generate the best lineup anyway after the draft, so I'm not going to do that. But we need to get a center and possibly a right guard because Ayupati is a little bit old now at this point. He's not going to hold up. So let's get to the draft. Make some good things happen. Make some good decisions. Offensive line needs to be the #1 focus. Defensive tackle needs to be a big focus because we only have really nobody, but we have that one guy who has star development. So interior offensive line, interior defensive line, and then maybe a wide receiver is probably the 3 biggest holes that we need to fill. That's what she said. So we'll go into it and we'll have a good plan. We'll see what we can do. Let's take a look at this mock draft, though. Mock draft number 5. The Jets have the number 1 overall pick, taking the true number 1 overall pick, Kyler Murray. Then we've got our pick being number 10. Okay, that's not bad at all. And it has us taking Christian Wilkins, which might be good. I might just stick and take Christian Wilkins. That might be a very good pick. Do I have any extra picks? Or do I only have that one? I only have that one. Good to know. Good to know. But I might just stick at number 9 or number 10 and take Christian Wilkins because we need interior defensive line. That's what I was talking about. So, and Christian Wilkins is a very good pick. I'm fine by that. So, start drafting. Jets have the number 1 pick in the draft. Are they going to take Kyler Murray? They do. Kyler Murray has been selected. He's headed to New York. Then Cleveland Farrell, who also is a potential candidate for the Revival series. Quinnen Williams, Nick Bosa still in San Francisco. Good for him. Ed Oliver's in Green Bay. The Commanders take Brian Burns. The Raiders take Jonah Williams. Giants get Hollywood Brown. Devin White's headed to Chicago. And now we're here at number 10 to take Christian Wilkins. We could take Sexy Dexy. We could take Jeffrey Simmons. This is a very good defensive line draft and a very good defensive tackle draft. Do we want to take Christian Wilkins? We could take anybody here. We could take Dexter Lawrence. We could take Christian Wilkins. I've taken Dexter Lawrence in one of these before, not in the Revival series, but in a video where we had the 2019 draft. I've taken Dexter Lawrence before. I've never taken Christian Wilkins, I don't think. Every time I've wanted to take him, I think he's been gone. So I don't think I've ever gotten the chance to take him. So this might be my one chance to, unless Jeffrey Simmons just impresses me a little bit more. I mean, he looks very good. He looks very good. Jeffrey Simmons looks amazing. Maybe we'll have to take him one of these times, but I think I am going to stick and take Christian Wilkins here. Boom. Got our interior defensive lineman, Christian Wilkins. Welcome to Arizona. Then we have our second round pick, which is pick 10 of the second round. So we'll get right to that. Who's on the board? DeAndre Baker, no thank you. Drew Lock is here. Trayvon Mullen. Ooh, Eric McCoy. That's probably going to be my pick. We need a center. So Eric McCoy falling right into the lap. I love it. Welcome to the squad, Eric. Boom. 2 for 2, baby. 2 for 2 on draft picks here in the 2019 draft. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Let's get to round 3. Who's on the table? Who's on the table? Lonnie Johnson, Chase Winovich, a couple quarterbacks, Damian Harris, Bryce Love, Easton Stick. Wide receivers. Miles Boykin, Hakeem Butler, Riley Ridley, Deontay Johnson. I'm pretty sure Deontay Johnson has superstar development, but he's very, very low overall. So I don't know if we want to go down that road. It's an option, though. Tight end, Dawson Knox is available, but I'm going to stick with Will Dissly. Left tackle, left guard, Nate Davis is available. Then you got right guard, Michael Dieter is still available. So is Connor McGovern. There's a couple right guards, but I don't think they're going to be better than Ayupati right off the bat. Oh, then they got Winovich, Max Crosby. Well, we've gone down the Max Crosby road plenty of times. It's too difficult. He's normal development. He's a sub 70, and he never grows. So I'm not even gonna worry about it, unless it's like the 6th round. There's Dre Greenlaw. He's a low overall as well. Outside linebacker, corner. It's probably either going to be a corner or it's going to be a receiver. And I think it's probably going to be a receiver, unless we take Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. But we have Tyrann Mathieu and we have his replacement. Who's the replacement? Minkah Fitzpatrick. That's right. We have Minkah. So we don't need Chauncey Gardner-Johnson unless he wants to turn. What? Well, I just had a stroke. Unless we want to turn him into a strong safety is where I was going with that, even though I didn't say it. Wide receiver, let's just take, or should we take Hunter Renfrow? Deontay Johnson or Hunter Renfrow? I mean, we'll probably take both of them, to be fair. Let's take Deontay Johnson. I'm pretty sure he's a low overall, but I think he has superstar development right off the bat. I can't remember. I think. Round 4, pick 10. I don't know who this is going to be. I might not even make this pick. Nate Davis. I might just take Nate Davis. I do like Nate Davis. Think he's a very good player. I could take him or I could take Hunter Renfrow. Who do I think is going to be there? In the 5th round? Probably not Nate Davis. and probably not Hunter Renfrow either. But Hunter Renfrow might make it. I'll take Hunter Renfrow. 2 little receivers. I like that. Add to the Chris Conley draft, or Chris Conley signing in free agency. The receiving core looks slightly better now. Well, at least it will when they get higher overalls. And then I guess if Nate Davis is available in round 5, I'll take him, but I think he might be gone. Connor McGovern is here. Max Crosby's here. I'm going to take Max Crosby. I've been down this road before. I'm going to get burned by him one more time, but I can't help see Max Crosby on the table and not take him. So those are going to be my picks for the first draft. We're going to end the draft here. We killed this draft. Christian Wilkins getting Eric McCoy in the first 2 rounds. Oh, the 2 biggest needs that we had to get, we got. And they're both really, really good. So really awesome first round. Eric McCoy's a 68. That'll go up easily. Wilkins is 75. Johnson's a 73. So is Renfrow. Crosby's a 66. They took Deontay Harris and Ty Summers as well. Who cares about that? But I like our 2 first-round picks a whole lot. Best players in the class. You see them right there. Okay. Year number 2 of Josh Rosen. He's already gone up to a star development player. We're still in Kansas City playbook. He's going to go up to superstar more than likely next year. So is Will Dissly. This team is probably going to win 10 games. This team is good enough to win 10 games. I know it may not seem like that, but this team is pretty much good enough to win 10 games. I'm going to make Deontay Johnson our number 2 receiver. That's number 1. I'm going to make him our number 2 receiver. And I'm going to make Hunter Renfrow our number 3 receiver, so they get a little bit of play time. Sorry, J.J. Nelson. I know we brought you back, but that was before I had the plan to get these receivers. Will Dissly's going to start at tight end. Rosen obviously starts at quarterback. And then on the defense, Christian Wilkins slides in right there. Shane Ray will start over the top at right outside linebacker. Harold Landry, Hassan Reddick. Corners look good. You're going to start at tackle number 2 because you have a star development. And then, yeah, that's a 10-win team right there. That is a 10-win football team. All we got to do is hope that it actually ends up being that way. So I'm going to simulate to the end of season number 2. If anything crazy happens, I'll bring you guys back in, like a development trade upgrade for Josh Allen. I did it again for Josh Rosen. But if nothing else happens, then I'll just see you guys at the end of year number 2. Season 2's in the books, and it's a 7-win season again. I guess we're just the most mid team of all time, even with the best playbook available. So Josh Rosen, at least he's developing his overall. That's really the big goal, is to develop. Whoa. It says award winner. QB of the future / award winner. But these numbers are nowhere near as good as they were last year. 3,700 yards, 22 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. He had over 30 touchdowns last year and like 12 interceptions. So these are bad numbers. What award did he win? Did he win Best QB? Because he didn't win Offensive Player of the Year with these numbers. I'm not sure what award he's going to win. But he got one. He got something. Will Dissly is going to go up to superstar development. That's pretty much a guarantee at this point. Defensively, we're looking pretty solid, as you would expect, because we're really good on defense. Kim Diche's having a really good season. 14 sacks for Chandler Jones is awesome. 7 for Kim Diche. 3 for a few other guys on interceptions. All right, we're looking pretty good. But what award did Josh Rosen win? We didn't make the playoffs again. I should probably check it out, shouldn't I? What award did Josh Rosen win? He didn't win MVP. That's pretty obvious. He didn't win Offensive Player of the Year. Chandler Jones won Defensive Player of the Year. Spoiler alert. What did he win? Best quarterback? No. He didn't win anything. So why does it say award winner? What award did Josh Allen, I did it again. What award did Josh Rosen get to warrant the award winner tag on him? I don't know. He didn't win any of the individual awards, so I have no idea what he did. But if it gives him a development trade upgrade, I'm not going to complain. Chiefs and Panthers are in the Super Bowl. Hopefully that's us in a couple of seasons. Hopefully we're there. But that would mean that Josh... I did it again. I am so bad at that. Hopefully Josh Rosen, if we get to the Super Bowl, that'll mean he's having a really good career. Panthers killed the Chiefs, though. 43-26. My God. It was a massacre. That's a crazy stat line. All right. Tell me some good things. Wow. Okay, I was wrong about Deontay Johnson being superstar. Who is it? Is it James Washington? One of the Steeler receivers has has a superstar development. I guess it's not Deontay Johnson. Renfro has star as well. Josh Rosen does not go up. Neither does Will Dissly. Wow, Kansas City playbook letting me down a little bit. Huh. He's basically a 79, though. He's like 200 points away. That's kind of crazy. But no development upgrade for either one. I thought for sure Dissly would be. No, Kemdiche! Kemdiche is an X Factor now. That's awesome. Let's go. So we've kind of technically completed our side mission of making Robert Kemdiche a good player. He's now an X Factor. This team is good. This team is good enough to win more than 7 games. We just didn't do that, apparently. What award did Josh Rosen win? I don't. I'm so confused about that. I don't know. Season recap. Carson Wentz gets the MVP. Defensive player. Wait. They gave the defensive player of the year to Khalil Mack. Didn't we check the thing and it had Chandler Jones? Huh. Whatever. Deebo Samuel and Brian Burns are the offensive and defense players of the year. Rookies of the year. I could have sworn that it said Chandler Jones. Maybe I was on the wrong tab or something. I don't know. But they gave it to Khalil Mack, so whatever. It doesn't matter. Chandler Jones is already pretty good anyway. He doesn't need an award. It's not like he can go up any higher than X Factor, which I still contend they should add a higher tier for those super special players, like a platinum tier. Where you can only get it if you're a 99. Like at 98 and below, you can only go up to an X Factor. But if you get that 99, and crucially, you probably should have to be 99 in every single player type archetype that you have. So like a quarterback has to have field general, scrambler, whatever the other ones are. I can't remember the other archetype. You get what I'm saying, though. They should be 99 in all of that. Then they can achieve the platinum tier. I think that'd be pretty fun. 874 to go in the remaining budget. Hassan Reddick needs a new contract. Kemdiche needs 90 million. Why did we have to make him so good? Now I'm feeling the pain of making Robert Kemdiche good because now he needs to get paid like a good player. Well, we need to bring back Reddick and Kemdiche, so we need to restructure a few contracts here. I don't want to go too crazy because I don't want to get put in a bad spot later down the line. But we do need to restructure a few contracts. Like that massive contract we gave Darrell Williams. We need to restructure that, so we will do that. We need to probably restructure Pat Pete, so we'll do that. That frees up some good money. Chandler Jones's contract can get restructured a little bit. I don't want to restructure everybody that's got 3 years left because I feel like that's a bad idea. So we'll restructure Ayupati. And I'll restructure one more guy, David Johnson. Let's do that. David Johnson. That should be enough money to bring back the 2 guys we need to bring back. 40 million, that should be enough. Actually, it won't be because I forgot that I thought it was going to give me more money, to be honest. I thought Kemdiche was going to... I thought we were going to have more money to re-sign Kemdiche at 90 million. But a 5-year contract for Kemdiche, I need to pay him so much because he doesn't want to be here. 16 million and 18 million. Please accept that, Robert. He's going to come back. I maybe paid him a little bit too much, but that should be good. Oh, thank God. It's just an option. I don't know why I didn't register that it was just an option. So we re-sign him. We need to accept the option on Will Holden. Oh, we're getting bailed out here. Brandon Williams. I think we can find a better corner. Evan Boehm. I don't know how to say his name. He's probably gonna get cut. Everybody else, I don't think we need. I'm glad that those 2 guys were 5th-year options and not just regular contracts because I don't know if I would have been able to bring both of them back. Brandon Williams is interesting because that's going to be the rest of our money, basically. And does Brandon Williams matter that much to this team? We could probably find a corner in the draft. So I think I'm going to let Brandon Williams go. Sorry, buddy. You just didn't make the cut. I know you're pretty good. You're a star development player. You're decently young. But you did not make the cut for this team when we can probably find better corners in the draft. Free agency, I'm probably not going to spend any money here because I just want to keep this money for potential moves later down the line when other players need new contracts, including Josh Rosen. So we're going to skip right to the draft. Since we had another 7-win season, I'm guessing we're going to be around that 10 spot like what we were last year, depending on how many other teams were bad in front of us and how many teams were good behind us. It kind of depends, but I'm assuming we're going to be around that 10 spot again this year. This is the 2020 NFL draft, so it's got like Joe Burrow, Chase Young, all those guys that you expect. I don't know where we're going to go with this one. We need to take a look at the team. We got to take a look at the team and see what big needs we are. Obviously, we need a right guard because Ayupati's just not going to get it done, I don't think. So if we go into the lineup screen, we need to decide what the move is. We need a number one receiver. Deontay Johnson can become that, but we need a guy right off the bat that's going to be a number one receiver. So we need to look out for that. Running back, David Johnson and Darius Geis are fine for now, I guess. We definitely need a right guard. I think Eric McCoy will develop if we give him a little bit more time. He's good enough for now. And then Landry, I need you to play a little bit better. Shane Ray, same deal. We probably do need to bring another corner in now, but we have Teron Johnson, who's going to start over Bethel, so maybe we don't. I don't know. We'll take a look at the draft. We'll see what the draft has to play. But I think at this point we take BPA. I think we just take best player available. I'm not really sure what the move is. Let's take a look at our mock draft, see what we're even working with here. So mock draft number 5, Joe Burrow going 1, no surprise there. Chase Young 2. We are picking at number 9 this year, and they have us taking AJ Terrell. I don't hate that, but I don't love it either. Cesar Ruiz is going number 10. I don't think I'd take Cesar Ruiz, even though we do need a right guard. I don't think I'd take Cesar Ruiz top 10. This is probably a receiver in the first round, right? There's Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson fits the bill of that base really good player right off the bat that can be our number one receiver. So Justin Jefferson's probably the move. How we get to Justin Jefferson, we probably just trade down. It's probably a little risky considering we need a right guard and Cesar Ruiz is the best right guard available, I'm pretty sure. I mean, Robert Hunt's available, Damian Lewis, Jonah Jackson. Okay, there's a couple guys that could be good right guards. I don't think any of them have a development trait other than Cesar Ruiz. I don't think Jonah Jackson does. I don't remember, actually. But let's get to the draft and kind of... Ooh, I've done that so many times. Let's get to the draft and actually figure out what we want to do here. So number 1 pick in the draft should be Joe Burrow, and it is. Tennessee's got their guy. Miami takes Chase Young. The Giants take Andrew Thomas still. Derek Brown goes to the Patriots. I love that. Him and Christian Barmore, good pairing. Tristan Wirfs heads to the 49ers. Jeff Okuda's going to New York. The other New York. Isaiah Simmons headed to Houston. Denver takes Jerry Jeudy again. And now we're back up here at number 9. This could be a trade down spot. Obviously, we're not going to take a quarterback. We're probably not going to take AJ Terrell, even though that's a good pick. And I'm probably not going to take CeeDee Lamb. I think this is a trade down spot. Get in position to take Justin Jefferson and also maybe collect a couple more assets in the process. So what can we do where we're still in play for Jefferson? If we trade down to pick number 28's too far, even though they are giving me another first round pick. I don't know if there's going to be a team that I like the trade offer that's giving me enough in value in return. I guess I could take Jefferson at 9, but I was just looking for some extra value. 18 I think is too far. 25 certainly too far. The teams that are giving me all the good value are obviously the teams that have the bad draft picks, the very, very low draft picks. So that's out of the realm for Justin Jefferson. I could trade back in to the first round and still collect some talent, which is a possibility. Maybe that's what I do. If I'm going to do that, I got to pick a team that has multiple first-round picks offered to me, and hopefully a team that's not going to be pretty good, but I think all the teams that are giving me the first-round picks are going to be pretty good because they're picking the late first round anyway. Philadelphia's not giving me a whole lot to work with. Kansas City, they're giving me a second-round pick again this year, which could help us out. Kansas City's looking like the best option, which seems weird to think about. Pittsburgh is giving me some okay stuff, nothing too crazy. It feels weird that Kansas City's giving me the best offer. they're giving me 2 first-round picks and a second this year. So we're basically trading number 9 for a first and a second. And for Justin Jefferson. I'd say that's a pretty solid deal. I'm gonna trade down with the Chiefs and then try to trade back into the first round. I don't know who I'm going to trade into the first round with. They take A.J. Terrell. Cesar Ruiz goes 10. Then Tua. I can't go too far because Jefferson was projected to go somewhere around here. So Kinlaw, C.J. Henderson, Mekhi Becton. Okay, I need to probably make a move here pretty soon. I don't want to get left out in the cold here. So Jefferson's 8 on the board. He could go at any moment. He could literally go at any moment. I might just trade with the Bears. I know that's probably a little too early. He probably won't go until a little bit later. I don't remember who exactly was mocking to him or who he was mocked to. But I can't risk it. I don't want to panic. Or I am panicking. I don't want to get caught. So Chicago, what's it going to take? They're already asking for a little bit too much. Who's got pick 30? I think it's the Panthers, right? No, it's not the Panthers. They have pick 32. Commanders have pick 30. So we send that pick to them. We jump up 1 spot. That's not the right thing that I clicked. If we can grab Justin Jefferson here, our team will drastically improve. That's just a fact. So let's go 30 and see if we can trade for pick 28. Who has that? Pick 28 is the Steelers. Please accept that. They just barely declined it. So we'll have to go for 29. I don't really want to go 1 by 1, but I guess I will if I have to. Okay, so now we pick at 29. When should I make the trade with the Bears? Probably at pick 25. That'd probably be a little bit more reasonable for them. I could just go all the way up to 17, 1 by 1, but that's going to take a little bit. And I don't really want to do that. So let me get to 25, and then we'll talk to the Bears again. Then we will talk to the Bears. All right, trade 28. Who's got 27? I think it was down here. Here it is. It's the Eagles. The Eagles have 27. And again, I mention this in every video, but I guess some of you guys don't see it all the time, so it's okay. If you have your staff points enough, you can buy out the player personnel trade section of the player personnel screen. And once you do that, you can, on normal difficulty, I'm not on easy difficulty, trust me, I'm not on very easy. I've shown that before. You can go 1 for 1 on draft picks just like I'm doing right here. Sometimes you can go jump up by 2. I guess it just really depends. Sometimes the teams will accept it, sometimes they won't. But for the most part, you can go up 1 for 1 until you obviously get to like the top 3 picks. Those are pretty difficult. You have to usually add like a extra couple picks or something to get up a little bit further than that. But for the most part, these lower end picks aren't very valuable, so they go 1 for 1s. But I feel like I have to say that a bunch when I show you what I'm doing here so that it's understandable. You don't think I'm trying to cheat or anything. No, I'm not cheating. Normal difficulty trading, all that kind of stuff. It's always on normal difficulty. All right, now we're at 25. This is where I said we'd talk to the Bears again. So we're at pick 25. Chicago's at 17. That's not that far of a drop, especially not to 31. And that puts us into the light green. Now that we're in the light green, I can probably throw in a 2020 second round pick. This is probably 2022, actually. And it's accepted. So from 25 to 17, along with a second round pick in 2022, we can make our selection. I probably could have simulated a few extra picks, but like I said before, I didn't want to wait any longer. I already waited too long. And Justin Jefferson's now our guy. He now is the number 1 receiver right off the bat for Josh Rosen. And we're looking pretty good. Now we just got to pair him alongside some other guys that are good. Winfield, T. Higgins is still available. Kyle Duggar could be good. Kyle Duggar might be my guy. Jalen Johnson's still on the board. Ooh, I don't think Jalen Johnson and Kyle Duggar will both be there, which is kind of upsetting because I want both of them. But Jeremy Chinn's going to be available, so I'll take Jeremy Chinn then. Let's get Jalen Johnson, because Jalen Johnson's going to be real good. So, boom, we'll grab Jalen Johnson in the second round. He can be another corner added to the team. That's a replacement corner. We'll simulate to the Chiefs pick that they gave us. Okay, Claypool, Higgins, Denzel Mims, Damian Lewis is still on the table. Justin Madubuike. I've talked about how I want to get Justin Madubuike. Let's just do it now. Let's grab Justin. He's only normal development, but that's some good development. I love Justin Madubuike. I think he's a really good player in real life. Very good player. Another good pick for us. Then we go to pick 9 of the third round. Damian Lewis goes to Denver. Is that where he got drafted in real life? I feel like that is. Left tackle, left guard, center. Biotish is still there. So Jonah Jackson's the only right guard available. Might as well snag him before he gets taken. He doesn't have he only has normal development. But we get a right guard that could be a replacement for us. And then we go to the 4th round. I wonder if I might have waited too long on Jeremy Chinn. He might not be there anymore. Oh, he is. L'Jarius Sneed's also available. But I'm going to take Jeremy Chinn because he could be strong safety. So, or I guess we could stand him up and have him be a linebacker. That's possible. And if we get to the 5th round and L'Jarius Sneed's still available, I'll take him for sure. We'll turn him into a corner. He'll be a stud. I doubt he's still available here in the 5th round, though. Let's get to free safety and find out. He's not. Okay, I was just wondering. If he was, that would have been awesome. Anybody else? I might just simulate this pick if there's nobody that absolutely stands out to me. And it looks like there's not going to be anybody that does. We are in the 5th round, to be fair. We could take Gabe Davis, but we have a pretty good stockpile of receivers now at this point, especially with the addition of Jefferson. So I think we're going to be good. We'll just simulate out of this pick. 2020 draft is in the books. Justin Jefferson, the main guy in this class. But we came away with some good players. Jalen Johnson's fantastic. Jonah Jackson's good, even though he doesn't have a development trait, which kind of sucks for offensive linemen. But he's still a good player regardless. And then we get to the draft recap. How good's everybody? Jefferson, basically number 1 starter right off the bat. Johnson's number 2 at 74. Then Madubuike is a 71. Chinn's a 71. A couple guys are pretty low overalls. But that's okay because we got our guys. We got our guys that we wanted. And Jefferson's one of the best players in the class. So we did pretty good. I like that. I hope this season is better than 7 wins. We've had 7 wins for the past 2 years. So I hope that this season, year 3 of Josh Rosen, is better. I think it will be with the addition of Jefferson and Josh Rosen just naturally developing. He's getting up to a 78 overall, so he's just getting better. And we're just going to have Jefferson be our number 1 receiver right off the gates. I'm not going to waste any time. And we're going to have Deontay Johnson be number 2. Conley will be 3. Renfro will be 4. And nope, that's not the right. There we go. And then that's how we'll work it. Offensive line's good enough. Disley's doing good. Josh Rosen's obviously doing good. And then on the defense, Jalen Johnson's number 4 corner. We've got Jeremy Chinn to back up Budda Baker. Linebackers are good enough. Defensive line's good. This is a playoff team, but I said that last year we won 7 games. So who knows what's going to happen. We also have to hope that the Chiefs are bad because we have their draft picks. So maybe they'll be bad, maybe they won't be. I don't know. I will catch you guys at the end of year number 3. Obviously, if something happens where Josh Rosen goes up a development tree, I'll bring you guys back in. But if not, see you guys at the end of the season. Finally, we didn't go and win 7 games. We actually won the division with 12 wins. That makes me a little bit happier. I like to see the progression. 7, 7, 12. Those are some good progressive numbers. How did our boy Joshy Poo do? Much better of a season. Thank you. I was a little bit worried after last year, him having under 4,000 yards and having a lot of interceptions. I was a little bit worried we were not going to see the progression, but this is a much better season. This is MVP level for Josh Rosen. 4,400 yards, 36 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 70% completion percentage, and maybe now, finally, we can see what that award is going to be. Maybe it's going to be MVP. Maybe, at the worst, it's Offensive Player of the Year. I don't know. But hopefully he wins something. Another 1,000-yard season on the ground for David Johnson. Disley and Deontay Johnson both had over 1,000 yards. Love to see it. Love to see it. Jefferson did very well also. Hassan Reddick continues to dominate with tackles, as you would expect. Tackle for loss leader is Kendiche. Then you got sack leader. You also got to do the little hips, little shimmy too. Chandler Jones had 14.5 sacks, which is awesome. 3 interceptions for Hassan Reddick and Denzel Ward. Couple for some other guys. Yada, yada, yada. We don't care. We're in the playoffs. Joshua Allen, I did it again. Joshua Rosen is in the playoffs, leading the team. Can we beat the LA Rams? Please say yes. 35-17 W over the Rams. You love to see it. It's a beautiful thing. Josh Rosen is an 83 overall player. He's gone from a 66 to an 83. We are getting very close to being done with this video because we can consider Josh Rosen one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Which feels very weird to say, but it's true. It's getting close. It's within the next season or two probably. And we lose to the Cowboys in the divisional round of the playoffs. That's okay. Like I said before, the Super Bowl is not the end-all be-all of this type of series. It's about the player. And speaking of the Super Bowl, the Cowboys are there. And unfortunately, the Chiefs, who we have their draft pick, they are also in the bowl. So that's going to be at least 31 for their draft pick. Josh did it! Yes! Josh Allen did it. And surprisingly, Justin Jefferson has star development. I thought for sure he had X Factor right off the bat. Maybe it changed. Maybe it updated. I don't know. Disley also goes up to superstar development, so we're a little bit year behind where we should be on the schedule of the Chiefs playbook. But hey, Josh Rosen getting superstar development is huge because now we are really in that territory of him being one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Look at that awareness. That was in the 60s when we started this, and he's already gotten that awareness up to in the 80s now. He's looking real tasty, real sexy. You love to see it. Love to see it. How's the defense look? Show me the money. Kimdiche and Jones are looking good. No other development upgrades except for Shane Ray's now star instead of normal. That's awesome. That's good progression. That's why we signed him. And Jalen Johnson didn't play at all, or at least he didn't play enough to get his development trait revealed. That's kind of crazy. So if we were going to, and by the way, I don't know if I said this before, we have completed the side goal of getting Robert Kimdiche up to be a great player because he's now an 86 and he's an X Factor. So check that one off the box. I don't know what else we're going to need in the draft. Maybe a backup D tackle to go alongside Christian Wilkins since we're in this 4-3 type of defense. Other than that, maybe we add one extra corner that's really, really good. And maybe one other receiver that's really, really good. I don't really see the benefits of drafting anybody that's going to be like crazy good. We're in the 2021 NFL draft. But before we get to all that, we've got to restructure some contracts because we are negative in the money. We ain't got the cash. We ain't got the cash to be able to pay some of these guys. So we got to restructure Kimdiche's deal that we just signed him to. We got to restructure Tyrann Mathieu's deal. We got to restructure DJ Humphrey's deal. How about Ayupati? Can't do that. Can't do David Johnson. We can do Deion Buchanan, though. Who else can we do? Conley? Yep, we can do Chris Conley. What about Gresham? No. JJ Nelson? Certainly. Then we got Rosen's deal. Should we do Rose? I'll leave Rosen's deal because we're going to give him a big extension regardless. So we'll leave Josh Rosen's deal alone. Reddick we can extend, but now we're getting to the point where these restructurings aren't mattering that much. So we're going to be in a little bit of a bad situation in the future. But hey, if Josh Rosen becomes one of the best quarterbacks in the league, it's not going to matter. That puts us at $91 million. Perfect. Now I can re-sign Budda Baker. I can get everybody back that I need to get back. So let's re-sign Budda to a 5-year deal. We'll give him $9 million. We'll also give him like $8 million in a signing bonus, and he should say yes, he's coming back. Perfect. Rudy Ford's also going to come back because he's superstar development, only 25 years old, so why not? Why the F not? So we'll give him $5 million across both of those. He's coming back. Deontay Burton's also going to re-sign because he's still 26 years old. But luckily for us, he wants to be here. So we'll give him a contract. He's going to come back. Ricky Seals-Jones can eat rocks. Pisoni Tassini, legendary name. We're going to keep him for now, but he's probably going to get replaced. At least that's the goal. That's the goal, is that he gets replaced. But I don't have an option right now, so we might as well keep him. Let's see. We'll accept the option on Denzel Ward, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Josh Rosen. We'll accept the options on all those guys. All right, we're looking pretty darn sexy. Let's get moving on to the actual offseason, and hopefully the Chiefs don't win the Super Bowl so we get 31 and not 32. Yeah, there we go. We got pick 31. I'll take it. That's a lot better than having pick 32. It's not much better, but it is better. It is better. All right. Season recap. What do we got? Russell Wilson wins the MVP, so no Josh Rosen. Upsetting. Okay. Le'Veon Bell, Daron Payne are the players of the year. Joe Burrow wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Derek Brown for the Patriots, Defensive Rookie of the Year. I figured Joe Burrow would win the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Makes sense. Makes sense, especially on that Titans team. He's probably got some good weapons around him. So let's get to the draft because we don't really care about free agency. We don't got any money. We don't care about the free agency, but we have 2 draft picks. We have our own, which is going to be in the 20s because we made the divisional round of the playoffs. And then we have the Chiefs, which is going to be 31 because they made the Super Bowl and lost. So 2 picks that aren't great, but luckily for us, we're in a really good spot. We don't really need to draft or trade up for anybody too crazy. So we can just stick at those 2 picks and draft best player available. So we'll be good to go. We will be good to go. And this is the 2021 draft class, so there should be some good people down the board in the first round that we can pick up that are going to be good pieces for us, regardless of what position it is. Probably offensive line, interior offensive line, or corner, I guess, are the only 2 biggest needs. I wouldn't even say corner is that big of a need. But let's take a look at this mock draft, see what we got. So mock draft number 5, Browns have number 1 pick. They're going to take Micah Parsons. Interesting. Lawrence is going to go 3 to the Bengals, so they couldn't get Joe Burrow. They're going to get Trevor Lawrence. All right. Funny enough, we're not going for Penei Sewell this time. Usually I always go for Penei Sewell in this draft. We're not going to be going for Penei Sewell this year. We are mocked to take Christian Darrisaw and Travis Etienne. Okay. And we have... Wait, what? Oh. Stupid. I thought that was us. That's the Bucks. I thought we had 3 first-round picks. So we're mocked to take Etienne and Tevin Jenkins. That's the guys that we're mocked to take, not Christian Darrisaw. My bad. Do I want to take Etienne or do I want to take Najee Harris? Because I specifically scouted Najee Harris for a reason. I do like Najee. I think he's a very good player. He's kind of gotten a bad rap. Travis is... I mean, they're similar players in terms of athleticism. Etienne's a little better. I don't know. Do I even want to take Tevin Jenkins? I mean, I think he's got normal development. I don't know if that's a guy. We just took Jonah Jackson who has normal development. I don't know what we're going to do here. But we'll go into the draft and find out. Browns have the number 1 overall pick. Will they take Micah Parsons? They do. Then Rashawn Slater. And then Trevor Lawrence. All right, so let's get to our pick. Najee should go, and he does. So we can either take Travis Etienne. Oh, Zach Wilson actually didn't go to the Falcons. Or was he projected? He might be projected to go a little bit later to the Falcons. So we could take Travis Etienne. We could take Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. Mac Jones. Who's the guy that we take here? Who's the guy? Is it Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah? Maybe not at pick 26, but that could be an option. Is it a running back? David Johnson and Darius Geis, I think, are fine to be a running back duo, especially when we're getting close to the end of the video anyway. Rashad Bateman, Elijah Moore. Nobody here is going to be a high enough for overall except for Amon-Ra. That's the only guy that's going to be a high enough for overall to really even matter. So we'll wait on that. Tight end, we're going to stick with Disley. Tevin Jenkins is probably... Ooh, I could go Creed Humphrey and then move Eric McCoy to right guard. I could do that. That might be the way to go. That very well could be the way to go. Because D-tackle doesn't look that great, even though that's a position we need. Okay, so I think I'm actually going to take Creed Humphrey here. We're going to take Creed Humphrey with this 26th overall pick, and then we're going to turn Eric McCoy into a right guard, and the offensive line is going to be completely done. So don't have to worry about it at all. Now we get to... Oh, the Falcons actually took Trey Lance instead of Zach Wilson. Maybe he was already taken. Oh, nope. They just took Trey Lance over him. Okay. Sucks to suck there, Zach. Wide receiver. We'll still look out for Amon-Ra. Let's see. Who's on the board? Barmore still on the board. Onzarike I like. Nick Bolton. Ugh. And Koromoa. Ugh. Neither one of them are going to be there when I come up to pick again at 26. So, who do I like better? I love Nick Bolton. You guys know how much I love Nick Bolton. But I never really get to take Owusu Koromoa. Oh, he's so good. Oh, he's so good. I'm taking Owusu Koromoa. I never get to take him. I always take Nick Bolton. We've had him plenty of times. I never take JOK. So we're going to grab him here with the 31st pick of the first round. Thank you, Kansas City. And then hopefully one of those tasty little corners are still available, because that's probably where I'm going to go next. Poor Alex Leatherwood, still on the table. Wow, all of them are gone except for Paulson Adebo. And I always talk about how much I love Paulson Adebo. I might have to take him. I might have to take him. Because I don't think there's anybody else that I need to grab here. So, we're going to wait on Amon-Ra until the third round. Hopefully he's not taken. But I'll wait on Amon-Ra. And I will grab Paulson Debo. Because I'm a big Paulson guy. Love him. Think he's really good. And we just add more cornerback depth. Team's looking real good. Team is looking real good. And then Amon-Ra should be the pick here in the third round. If he's on the table, he should be. Question mark, should be. Amon-Ra gone. What? No, he's not on the table. Darn the luck. I should have taken with that pick. But Paulson would have been gone too, so. That sucks. Miss out on Amon-Ra. I could take Nico Collins, but I don't think he's rated that highly. Maybe I'll take him just to see, because I don't think I've ever taken him. So, Nico Collins, we'll grab you. He's normal development. I thought that's what it was, but I never grabbed him before in one of these, so might as well. That was going to be the Amon-Ra St. Brown pickup. That's okay. We're pretty good on receiver anyway. Amon-Ra would have just been icing on the cake. Quarterback is very thin. Is there any sneaky running back options? Elijah Mitchell would be cool, but I think we're pretty good. I think we're pretty good on everything. I might just skip this pick. Or maybe I'll just take Elijah Mitchell just for depth on the running back room. Tommy Togiai, Monty Rice, Tony Fields. It's very thin at this point. Oh, Talanoa Hufanga is still available. Okay. I'll grab Hufanga. Add some safety depth. I know we just drafted Jeremy Chin, but hey, you never have too many good safeties. So let's end the draft here. I feel like we came away with a really good draft. It would have been unbelievable if I would have got Amon-Ra as well. But I do think getting Creed Humphrey is going to be amazing because he'll start at center, and then we can move Eric McCoy to right guard, and the offensive line's done. Yeah, Creed Humphrey's a 90 overall, right? Remember, I didn't make the class. Don't get mad at me. So you got Hufanga, you got Koromoa, who's a 79. Herbert, they took Khalil Herbert, who's a 77. Okay, Adebo 73, Collins a 72. Yada yada yada. Whoopty whoopty whoopty. All right, so we got the best player in the class. That's pretty understandable. He's going to instant start, obviously, because he's a 90 overall. And I think we're a championship team. I do. But again, that's not the point. The point is to get Josh Rosen to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and I think he's getting close to that. We'll find out officially. He's an 83 overall. He's very, very close. So let's turn Eric McCoy into a right guard so he starts over Wyatt Teller. Hopefully. He shouldn't go down at all, really, and maybe down one. I guess we'll find out. What's he go up? He goes up one. Okay, perfect. So offensive line, done. Tight end, done. Receivers, Justin Jefferson, number 1. Deontay Johnson, number 2. Oops, I didn't change it. Deontay Johnson, number 2. Renfro, 3. Conley, 4. Good on that. Good on that. Offense is done. Defense, Koromoa starts over Shane Ray. I'm fine with that. Linebackers look good. Safeties look good. Corners look good. Defensive line looks good except for the second D tackle. I guess I could switch it to a 3-4 so that we get another middle linebacker, which would be Deion Buchanan. And then we only have Christian Wilkins. Maybe that's a better option. Let me look at the schemes. So our offensive scheme needs to be updated. Maybe this is why we haven't been winning, or we haven't been winning as much, because our scheme hasn't been as good as what it should be. This is a base 4-3, which is what we're already in, and it looks like that's the best scheme fit. So we'll stay in that. We'll keep Kansas City. Oh, and I have been running Dallas play, but I've been running that since the beginning. I guess I forgot to tell you, or maybe I did tell you. I don't remember. But that's what we've been running for defense. But let's take a look at the overall quarterback landscape and see where Josh Allen falls. I did it again, where Josh Rosen falls. So we've got some 99 overalls. Josh Rosen comes in right around the middle tier. So he's still a ways away, but he's getting close. He's getting very, very close. Now that he has Superstar, he should develop a lot quicker. And he should be around, hopefully, this tier pretty soon. And then he can get up to the 95 plus club and get really good. So we're getting there. It's not done yet, but we are getting there. I'll see you guys at the end of the season, unless obviously something crazy happens. If not, end of the season. It's finally happened. The premonition has come true. Josh Rosen is the quarterback of the #1 team in the entirety of the NFC. 13-win season. The Cardinals are atop the conference. Let's take a look at how Josh Rosen performed. Oh, he did so good. Oh, Josh Rosen. Oh, my God. 4,500 yards, 31 touchdowns to just 10 interceptions. These are the numbers that I want to see out of my quarterback. That's my quarterback. Beautiful numbers. The rushing kind of went down, but that's because the passing went up. So it's obvious. Will Dissly got 1,000 yards. We might be seeing him get an X Factor pretty soon. It's possible. Justin Jefferson also had a really, really good year along with Deontay Johnson. Then you've got Hassan Reddick once again having great tackles. Chandler Jones and Robert Nkemdiche having great tackles for loss. Chandler Jones leads with 13 and a half. Nope, just 13. I'm combining numbers. 13 sacks for Chandler Jones. Then Pat Pete, 7 picks. Budda Baker had 3. That's a lot of interceptions. That is a lot of interceptions. Can we make a Super Bowl with Josh Rosen? It's possible. 3rd best yards in the league, which is pretty awesome to see. Joshua Rosen, do you have it in you to lead a playoff run? We beat the Packers. That's a good start. Very, very good start. He is an 89 overall now. So I'd say we're probably getting close to the end of the video, if not the end of the video, depending on where he ranks in the rest of the quarterbacks. We'll see what happens. We lost to the Cowboys last year in the divisional round, but now we play them in the NFC title game. So maybe we get our revenge, or maybe Madden's going to screw me. We'll see what happens. It'll be a loss. Yay! Because that's how that would go in real life, most likely. Yeah, woo! Jets and the Cardinals. Nope, Jets and the Cowboys are in the Super Bowl. But let's take a look at the team. X Factor Josh Rosen, along with X Factor Will Dissly. This Kansas City playbook just kills tight ends, man. It destroys tight ends. Offensive line looks phenomenal. Receiving core looks great. Running backs look good. Rosen's obviously amazing. Defensively, Hassan Reddick's now an X Factor. I noticed that. But I think that's the only other X Factor we have that's new. Everybody else looks really, really good. We're looking really good. I don't know how we didn't win a Super Bowl this year. I really don't know how we didn't win a Super Bowl this year. But this is the main guy right here. He's an X Factor now officially. These numbers look fantastic. They absolutely look fantastic. He's not going to have run and gun. We're going to give him freaking bazooka. He's going to have the big dog bazooka. He's also going to have quick draw. He's going to have tight out so he can get to Will Dissly. He's going to get to have sideline deadeye probably for right now until he gets the good ones. And then he's going to have possibly lofting deadeye. I don't really do a lot of touch passes, do I? But it's not going to matter, so we'll give him lofting deadeye. Those will be his abilities. He's got 95 throw power, so bazooka fits. Let's go to the NFL rosters and see where he ranks, even with the boost, the morale boost. Let's see where he ranks in terms of best quarterbacks in the league. Is he finally reached top 10 status? Quarterbacks, Josh Rosen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has cracked the top 10 of quarterbacks. We have officially done it. Josh Rosen is a top 10 quarterback in the league at only 24 years old. He's only going to get better. I would assume after another season, he would probably be up in this range around Jameis Winston, maybe even Deshaun Watson if he continues to play well. But Josh Rosen, we have officially done it. Jared Goff and Carson Wentz are both true 99 overalls. That's kind of funny. But we have officially done it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to call it there. That's a success. We didn't win a Super Bowl, but we did get the job done. And you know what? What has become tradition on this in this series is to give our player a max extension once the series is, or once the video is over. So we got to restructure a bunch of deals because I know we're negative. So we got to restructure a bunch of deals, restructure as many contracts as possible so that we can free up the money to pay Josh Rosen the biggest contract known to man, because that is how we roll in these streets. But that's going to do it for the video. We have accomplished our goal of making Josh Rosen a top 10 quarterback in the league, or one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's going to get franchise money. He's going to have a good team around him. We've got a potential dynasty on our hands. If we were to go even further, we would certainly have ourselves, hopefully, at least one championship, you would think, with the team that I've put together. I guess it's not a guarantee, but the team that I've put together is certainly championship quality. That's pretty much all the contracts I can restructure that are going to matter. Does that give us enough money to even offer him a contract? I don't even know. That gives us, oh my God, that gives us $251 million. Yes, barely. As you can see, he needs legendary quarterback money. And he's going to get it. 7-year contract. We're going to pay Josh Rosen as much money as humanly possible because it's not going to matter. We're going deep into the future, or we're not going any further anyway. So, Josh Rosen, you're getting so much money that you can, I don't know, murder somebody and still get away with it because you got so much money. That's the kind of money you're going to get. It's not Major League Baseball money, but this is some money right here. This is some cheddar. That's for sure. You're going to get $35 million both on the salary and on the bonus, plus a 7-year contract, fully guaranteed. Forget about this half it's guaranteed, all that stuff. No, fully guaranteed. There's no way this could end up being a bad idea. Make the offer. He still rejected it. Oh, okay. I didn't see that coming at all. I didn't see that coming. I thought he'd accept that. That's kind of funny. That is kind of funny. Hassan Reddick comes back. Denzel Ward we can offer. What else can I even offer Josh Rosen? I don't think I can offer him anything else, can I? Because I'm going to lose all this money when I simulate. So just know that we would have given him the opportunity to have that much money if it was possible. But he declined $35 million. That's how good Josh Rosen. That tells you that we were successful, because Josh Rosen was declining a contract that was $35 million for both his salary and his bonus for 7 seasons that was fully guaranteed. So unfortunately we couldn't get him back, but we were going to get him back. It was going to happen. Let's just think that we got him back. What a crazy that he rejected $35 million over 7 years per. Oh God, that's crazy. And his bonus was 35, which the bonus is all guaranteed. But I'm saying it was all guaranteed. No matter what you think, it was all guaranteed. But we accomplished our goal. We got Josh Rosen to be a top 10 quarterback in the league. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Cardinals a Super Bowl, but we were on track. We were certainly on track. So if you guys enjoyed the video, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. If you want to see another player have their career revived, leave them down below in the comments as a suggestion, and I will take them on in the future and try to save their career. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. If you enjoyed, leave a like, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.